Good morning, ladies. I'm here in my happy place again. Hope you all are doing good today. It's Happy Friday day, so here we are. I hope you're doing good. Spool challenge is still going on. We've extended it to April 30th, so count your spools. I think Sharon said she's got one spool done too, so keep doing that. You Sew Girl, the Facebook group is going, so we have new people joining every day, which is awesome. Love to see what you guys are working on. Happy mail today comes from Franklin Roosevelt. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Well said. Sometimes you just got to keep going. Might not be pretty. Doesn't need to be pretty. Just keep going. Today I want to talk about a couple of things. Some are free things and some are just take care of yourself good things. The other day I noticed that my right arm was really sore. And I couldn't understand why, because I hadn't been pulling weeds, I hadn't been lifting fabric, and it was just really sore. I found out why it was sore because my rotary blade was not sharp, and I was really pushing hard to cut my blocks, and I'll show you what I was cutting. So, I tell you different days to take care of yourself, be good to yourself. And one of them is simple things like changing your rotary blades. Like, I know you're probably thinking, well, you sell rotary blades, that's why. No, I just want you to be able to enjoy your hobby for years to come. And I think that means taking care of yourself today, so you have years to come to enjoy. So change those rotary blades. Holly has a really good trick that I'd like to share with you guys. She has a sharp jar that she puts her things in. So you want your jar top to be bigger than a rotary blade, so you could stick that in there, and she just has it labeled sharps. So anytime she has a rotary blade or a needle or a pin that's crooked, she puts them in there so she doesn't hurt herself dumping the trash. So just some kind of, it could be a really cute container if you wanted to, and then you could put them in something so they get out to the trash fine and nobody gets hurt on them. Do that for yourself too. So rotary blades. Then I was reading an interesting article last night about sewing machine needles. When to change them, people's tips and tricks. The one lady she has a pack like this, and she puts her old ones in here when she's done. So she take a new one out, put the old one in. But sometimes she can't remember what is old and what is new, would be where I would go to. So I would just probably label one old pins. I just throw them in my sharp container when I'm done with them. There was a suggestion of changing them for every new project that you start. When I was a kid at home, we just would use them until they broke, which was probably pretty often for beginner sewers sewing over whatever. You break needles a lot. You don't really think about, you shouldn't sew into a pin or things like that. Change these every once in a while too for yourself. Some people change them every couple bobbins, which I think that would probably be a little more accurate than project wise, because if you're sewing on a quilt, that's a lot of sewing. It's not only is it good for your fabric that you're using to sew with, it's also better for your sewing machine to have a nice sharp point going through the fabric. It helps with the timing for your machines too. So here we got 10 needles for $6.49. So for 70 cents, you could change a needle and get yourself fixed up if I did the math right. Okay, those are just little tips and tricks of things that you might need to be doing. Here's a new towel I finished this morning, Picnic Fun. We are going to have picnics and we are going to have fun one day. So here's your inspiration. We're going to have picnic fun. This, I use the method of press and seal that I showed you the other day. I used it for this too. It works really well for a lot of things like that. So I saw one of you was using that. Hooray, hooray. Free things. Pretty much everybody who has a website that does fabric or wools or things like that, they have freebies that they're giving away to you. Several years ago, Moda did the Moda Blockheads, and if you haven't heard of it, it's been going on for 3 years now. They started this where every once a month or once a week, it might have started once a month, twice a month, I don't know how. I think they're doing it once a week now. They do a free block. You can decide what size you want to make them. The first year they did them, they were 6.5 inch squares, which is crazy ridiculous. And I started that. We had a little group that met at the store. It was in the basement of the old store, so you know how long ago this was. And there weren't very many people that showed up the first night, and Corey was teaching the class. And so Karen was like, we should sit in on the class so it looks like she's got more people. So that's what I did. Well, she was there one night and never after that. So I think she did one block and gave it to someone else. Well, I wanted to finish. So this week I finished. This is what I put together. It's small because they're 6.5 inch squares, so you know they're going to be small. I didn't put any kind of sashing or anything in between it.
Can you stand up?
Which would have been a possibility too that I could have done, but I didn't. So now these patterns that were one time free are now in a book. And that's kind of how they do things. A lot of people do. It's free for a limited amount of time, and then you're going to have to pay for it. So take advantage of the free things. If there's somebody that you like, go on their website and see what they're offering free. It's usually for a limited time that they're offering something free for you. Take advantage of their freeness, but also shop with them. If you like a designer, give them a little bit of love and give them some money at some point in time. Enjoy their free things, but also support them with purchasing from them, either from your local quilt shop or right from their website as well. So it's weekend time. We're going to have fun. It's sunny outside. The birds are chirping. Oh, what am I thankful for? I almost forgot this. I thought yesterday I did some outside work, and I was thinking about different people's lives and what they look like as kids. And one of the things I'm very thankful for is I had a very happy childhood. I felt loved. I felt cared for. I was nurtured. I had no trauma. I was just a easygoing, carefree little kid when I was growing up, and I'm from a very large family, but anyway, my sister that's older than I, we're just little buddy chums, and we were allowed to make mud pies. And I mean, we had a mud pie factory going. My dad would let us use roof slates, and my mom decorated cakes, so of course we had to make mud pie cakes. And so we would slap the mud on there, and we would go in the field close to where we lived, and we would pick little flowers from the fields, and we would decorate our mud cakes with them, and then we'd let them in the sun to dry. I don't remember, like, taking the mud off of them, so I'm not sure if we did that, or if my dad did that, or if, I don't know how we did that part, but we just had a lot of fun. We played ball as a family, we went camping, and so it was just nice to have those childhood memories. I would love to hear what you guys are thankful for today. I hope you're having fun, as much fun as you can, and you're finding contentment in something new maybe that you've always wanted to have the time to do, and now you have the time to do it. So have a good weekend, and we'll see you back on Monday. Bye-bye.